Hello, and welcome to my first video for the VGC Casters Cup Season 3. I'm AlphaPhoebe, one of the Pokemon Go casters, and I am the coach of the Urbana Umbreons. This is going to be right before my Week 1 match against TomahawkUK. Before I get into my draft analysis, call out that it's actually his second season. I did say it was his first in that video, but it's his second season doing a draft league. But yeah, let's go ahead and dive into it. This wonderful view here is thanks to one of our tech folks behind the scenes, CB Marcus. So big shout out to them. And let's go ahead and get into my draft. So I was the very first pick of the draft at the top of the draft, and it was a snake draft. So I was fortunate enough to pick the best Pokemon in M/B. Generally speaking, Charizard Mega Y is incredibly strong special attacker. Its ability Drought Sets the Sun, which really synergizes with it and a lot of the other pieces that I drafted on my team. It's very fast, pretty bulky, really strong Pokemon. With many different options that you can run as coverage moves. My second pick, I don't think, I think it was because it was my second and third pick. I think my second pick was Venusaur. Has really great typing synergy with Charizard. Grass to cover the water weakness as well as the rock weakness, with Chlorophyll as its ability that I'm going to be running all the time because it doubles its speed in the sun. I think it's a really strong pairing as my two core Pokemon that I'm bringing. Venusaur also has access to supporting moves such as Sleep Powder and Earth Power as coverage moves, so I think it really has a good pairing with my Charizard. Up next, I have Rotom Wash, which is another, I think, really solid Pokemon to pair with both Venusaur and Charizard, as the electric type coverage is able to deal with the flying types that threaten Venusaur, and the water type coverage is able to threaten anything that is threatening the Charizard as well with electric type damage. Super effective to water types, and the water type doing super damage to rock types. So I think a really great coverage with the Charizard. Levitate is a really strong ability, making ground type damage, and is electric and water typed. Then it therefore only has the weaknesses of water, so it's weak to grass, and it's neutral to electric because of the typing. It's fairly fast, 86 base speed for the format. Often going to be run with Choice Scarf or Citrus Berry, and I think it's really good pairing with the rest of my team. Up next, and this was in the draft order, but just the order that my team is Umbreon. I was actually able to draft my team mascot, and Umbreon's a very supportive Pokemon. I'm going to mostly be using Inner Focus this season, and means that I have an ability to ignore Fake Out. It's mostly bulky, but it has a little bit of utility as well, with moves like Foul Play or Snarl, as well as Taunt as another option if I feel like I'm pressured to force my opponent, as opposed to using setup moves or something else. It's very bulky, so I think as some coverage for psychic types or for Trickium users, I think I like Umbreon a lot as a pickup here. Next Pokemon I have is Lucario. Lucario is a very flexible Pokemon. It has Steadfast, Justified, and Inner Focus. Inner Focus is a big bring for me so that I can ignore Fake Out on a second Pokemon. It's got a lot of flexibility on whether it can be ran as a physical attacker or special attack. Fighting and Steel typing is a very solid typing combination, which I think helps shore up my matchup against something like Archaludon a little bit. And I think it's just also nice to have another Pokemon that's immune to Fake Out. Up next, I have Heliolisk, which with solar power and dry skin has a little bit of synergy with my Charizard, boosting up its electric type damage. It's fairly fast, and I think normal typing is underrated generally when it comes to draft formats. So you have something to wall off ghost type damage, especially in a format where Legion is very, very strong. It's pretty quick. It's a second electric type that I have, so I kind of doubled up on that between this and Rotom, but they play pretty different roles. I think Heliolisk is going to be a bit more offensively based, and Rotom with Choice Scarf and Trick can be much more utility based, as well as gives a different speed option. My third pick, and it's showing up late here because it was my second top tier Pokemon, is none other than Aerodactyl. Removing Aerodactyl from my opponent's teams is great. It is the fastest Tailwind setter that does it naturally. 130 base speed is very good. And I don't think Rockhead's all that useful, and same with Pressure. So Unnerve is likely going to be the ability that I'm running, and preventing other people from eating berries is very good, especially when berries are very powerful in this current format, as we don't have too many items out. Very decent physical attacker. Rock Slide, Dual Wing Beat to provide some coverage against the grass types or the fighting types that I might otherwise struggle to remove from them. I also was able to get Espathra, who with the ability Speed Boost is going to be able to have some Baton Pass shenanigans, but also Lumina Crash as a way to beef up the damage from my special attackers. I think this is a very solid pick for the points that it's worth, and I think it provides a lot of help to my team with removing targets from the field that might be a little hard to otherwise if they were especially bulky. My second last pick is Fortress. Its abilities are Sturdy and Overcoat, which can be useful if I'm fighting someone else with a dominant fire type. Of course, I have a Charizard Y, but also Mega X exists, and also base Charizard exists. It's going to have some play against some people who might not have fire type coverage, with the ability to really ramp up its physical defense and go through body presses. I think it might be able to take some people by surprise. It is very, very slow though, so I need to make sure I get into the right positions, and I don't really have a ton of options for Trick Room, even though Spoffler technically can set it up. It's not usually used for doing so. And then the last Pokemon, which I think is going to be my MVP pick, especially for the points that it costs, is going to be Mega Banette. Mega Banette, I do use both of its form, base form, and Mega form. Haven't watched any other videos thus far. Mega Stones are required to be the held item of the Mega Pokemon if you select it. And of course, if someone's drafted normal Banette, they cannot ever Mega Evolve that Pokemon. But specifically, once Mega Evolved, access to Prankster with different supporting moves, I think Mega Banette is going to be a star of this team, and I'm really happy with this final pick. I'm going to go ahead and send it forward to the in-game analysis. Hello, and welcome to season number 3 of the VGC Casters Draft League. I am Alpha Phoebe, coach of the Urbana Umbreons, and this is going to be my season 1 match, or my week 1 matchup against the United Kingambits, who are coached by Fareed, one of the EU Pokemon Go casters. If you don't know him, make sure you check him out. On his team, you can see it in the middle here. He's got Mega Gardevoir, Mega Raichu Y, Mega Feraligatr, actually a 3 Mega team, which is to note. Wordier, Runerigus, Mr. Rhyme, King Gambit after his team's namesake, and Audino, as well as Arbok. Pokemon I was looking out here, looking specifically for like matchup wise, was Mega Raichu Y, definitely Mega Feraligatr. Wordier, Runerigus, Mr. Rhyme, Audino all kind of play pretty similar roles where maybe they want to slow things down, maybe they want to set up Trick Room. They are more supportive Pokemon here. I expect Talonflame to come as well as King Gambit. Both of those Pokemon are incredibly strong, as you can see by their tiering in the A tier. Talonflame with Gale Wings is going to be able to set up priority Island. There we go, found it. But also has very strong physical attacking pressure against my team. And King Gambit, of course, is an incredibly strong physical attacker, access to Sucker Punch, Sword Dance, Kowtow Cleave, of course, Iron Head, etc. Is another Pokemon that I expect to be brought, but it typically thrives under Trick Room if it's not dealing super effective damage. Sucker Punch. So I'm not going to go over the entire team of 10 that I drafted here. I'm just going to go over the 6 that I'm bringing. So starting it off is going to be Charizard Mega Y, one of the most dominant, if not the most dominant Pokemon in this meta. As a heads up, this is going to be Reg M-B. Mega Charizard Y is extremely offensive. You'll see here I've actually built mine very min speed, because into TomahawkUK's team, I feel like speed on a lot of my Pokemon best stats. So I've gone pretty HP bulky. Still very strong special attack. I probably could have min-maxed this a little bit better, but I feel like hitting hard is great. You'll notice I've got Dragon Pulse on this set instead of Solar Beam, because there aren't too many Pokemon on Tomahawk's team that takes super effective from Solar Beam. I guess if he doesn't end up megaing his Feraligatr, that would be super effective damage, but I brought Dragon Pulse instead as coverage for the likelihood, I think, that he chooses to mega that Feraligatr. Because my team lacks Fairy type damage, and what are you going to be able to do to remove a Water and Dragon type from the sides? Fairy or Dragon type damage, right? It's going to be neutral to Grass, it's going to be neutral to Electric, so that Dragon Water paired subtypings pairs up quite well. Weather Ball, Heat Wave, of course, pretty standard. Protect as well, because it is my Mega, and same for his Megas. We all need to be holding the Mega Stones, so all his Gardevoir, Raichu, and Feraligatr, even if only one of those Pokemon can meta, only one of them can mega, all of them need to be holding the Mega Stone. I've got standard Aerodactyl next. This is pretty standard stuff. Max speed, max attack. I am actually opting for Protect and Wide Guard in case Mega Raichu Y or Gardevoir decide to bring some spread damage. Don't know if I really felt the need to have dual Wing Beat against his team, as none of his Pokemon take super effective damage from flying type moves. Could have maybe opted for something like Earthquake for coverage, but I felt like Wide Guard to try to protect from any spread damage would be useful in addition to protect itself. Lucario, I'm running a very physically offensive set. I split the rest of my remaining stat points between defense and special defense because he's got threats on both sides. He's got Gardevoir as well as Talonflame, as well as Mega Raichu Y and Feraligatr. All of those are very strong offensive threats here, so that's why I split between both defense and special defense. Got Detect, Close Combat, Bullet Punch, and Swords Dance. I'm leaving behind Meteor Mash because I feel like Swords Dance to punish a potential fake out play. I am running Inner Focus on my Lucario, so I cannot be fake out flinched. Would be a potentially great way to punish something like fake out plus Trick Room. I can just Swords Dance on the Lucario, Bullet Punch threatens a lot once you are set up. Venusaur is on a pretty standard set. I'm rolling Solar Beam instead of any other type of grass move because I figure if I'm running the Mega Charizard, mine as well. Earth Power and Sludge Bomb as coverage moves, protect as well. This is a very bulky Venusaur because my focus sash is on Aerodactyl, so I wanted Venusaur to be able to take a few more hits. Life Orb is because that was just the best item I felt like I could have for Venusaur. There's not a ton, like some psychic moves coming in from Gardevoir and Raichu. Maybe I could have opted for a berry there. Talonflame, I specifically went very defensively bulky and HP bulky so that I could survive a dual wing beat, guaranteed. However, I did not. I guess I could have maybe brought up a berry to protect against Brave Bird, but we'll have to see what sort of set Tomahawk is opting for. I've got Scarf Rotom here with Electroweb, Trick, Will-O-Wisp, and Volt Switch to try to provide some additional support, some speed control, as well as Will-O-Wisp for that Mega Feraligatr or King Gambit. Both of those are going to be very hindered by Will-O-Wisp, Electroweb, and I've got I've got Volt Switch over Thunderbolt here because I am on the Scarf set, so I think repositioning is potentially. Last but not least, I have Mega Banette, so I have to have the Mega Stone here. Mega-ing is somewhat useful because it provides me the option to have priority Will-O-Wisp or priority Encore, as when you Mega Evolve, you get access to Prankster as your ability. Poltergeist as a strong offensive option. I've gone very defense and HP weighted here to try to survive King Gambit as much as possible. As I have a focus sash here, it has to be the Mega Banette type, and then Encore for potential shenanigans, of course, into the King Gambit if it's trying to Sucker Punch, Talonflame if it's set up Tailwind. It's going to be a very strong Pokemon in Trick Room as well with that potential priority Will-O-Wisp or priority. So I'm not always going to be Mega-ing Banette if I bring it because it is fairly fast on, but because I think I'm going to get the most use out of it. I'm fairly fast with respect to Tomahawk's team. I think he's typically got a more slow Pokemon on his team besides the Mega Raichu Y. I guess Mega Gardevoir is also pretty fast, but because I'm likely going to be utilizing Banette for its priority most of the time, I've opted for completely bulk that set because I want to try to survive a Sucker Punch from King Gambit if I happen to be attacking during that specific turn. I think I can maybe survive Kowtow Cleave. I'd have to double check the sets, but if it's boosted at all, then I'm definitely going to get one shot. That's going to be it for my team. We're going to wait for Tomahawk to be ready, and I'll be back in a minute. All right, looks like Tomahawk is here. Select our team. Okay, he should be able to join up. All right, let's see what he's got. That'll impart a lot into what I want to bring. Gardevoir, Raichu, Skater. So he's brought all three Megas, so that gives us a lot of information on the items. Raichu, he's got Runerigus and Talonflame, so it looks like he's going for a faster mode, if I had to guess. Talon, what does he have? Raichu? Probably Talon Raichu is his lead. Talon Raichu. Feel like Rotom plus Charizard? Rotom plus Arrow? No, I think Rotom plus Charizard. Because I don't need 2 forms of speed control. Do arrow Ario in the back. Okay. Gardevoir, Raichu, Kingambit, Talon, Gator, and Runerigus. Raichu, Talonflame. Alright, well, I predicted the lead. So he's got access to Tailwind plus something fast with Raichu. I'm pretty sure what I do here is... Electro Web plus Protect. I'm pretty sure he's gonna Tailwind plus something attack with Raichu. Alright. There's our Protects. Raichu fakes out the Zard, okay. And he didn't Mega. Electro Web goes out. Oh my god, I'm dumb. It's Lightning Rod. That's why he didn't Mega. But it still hits the Talon. That's good. Alright, well, I'm a bit of a sitting duck here now because of that play. I can't do anything but Electro Web. Is it worth it getting rid of the Talon? I don't think so. Can I double switch here? I mean, I think arrow here? I think I... Gosh, I'm so lost now because of the non-mega. Jesus Christ, almost missed that lock-in. Alright, so we're probably taking an electric move here on Aerodactyl. Ooh, Volt Switch. Okay. That's not the end of the world. Now the Raichu has to go out, and whatever comes in is taking some damage. And is being slowed. Raichu, Volt Switch, Talon, Tailwind. What is Talon attacking, though? Is it doubling into the Zard? I doubt it. I'm pretty sure he's expecting to have knocked out the Zard there. Kingambit, okay. That's interesting. Oh, dual wing beat into the arrow. Alright, so I just lose Aerodactyl. That's not surprising. Dual wing beat, that's actually really good because it means my Venusaur is really good there. Alright, Electro Web comes out. It's gonna pick up the knockout. I'm gonna be down Tailwind. Defiant's going to happen. I think this means I have to bring out Lucario because otherwise I'm threatened by Sucker Punch. And then I think it's likely that he's got Coupleberry on the Kingambit, so I'm not expecting a one-hit knockout. In comes the Gator. It's likely Mega. What is it? Is it... Oh, I think I have to... I feel like I have to stay in here and just Electro Web. Electro Web plus Close Combat? Oh wait, I feel like this might knock out. So he Megas the Gator. I really need to knock out this Kingambit. Protect, okay. Electro Web comes out. I'm still faster than the Gator. 18%'s not unrespectable. Liquidation to pick up the knockout. Does not. However, Sucker Punch probably does at this point. Issue being he could liquidation that slot again. I think Electro Web plus Detect? Does it get me anything? Let's see. What's the battle info? Last turn of Tailwind? Okay, I'll take it. I think he's going to Sucker Punch this slot and liquidation the left slot. Yeah, Sucker Punch. Gambit. Double Edge. All right. No more Tailwind. Still has Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch the Lucario. This is tough. Dragon Pulse, he could Sucker Punch that side. I'm faster on both, but Sucker Punch is the issue. Let's play for the win. Let's protect here, and we're gonna close combat the King Gambit and hope that he Sucker Punches my Charizard. Oh, this is risky, but I don't see another way around this besides calling this. Sucker left. Smart. Oh, Aqua Jet. Sucker Punch. All right. Well, I feel like I just get one hit KO'd here by Sucker Punch. Let's see how much damage it does, because I did give him 2 boosts of Defiant. Yeah. And the crit. All right. That's a bit tough. He played well. I needed to, well, fake out Raichu plus Lightning Rod is a little bit troublesome for my my lead, so I got to figure out probably a different form of speed control there. I think he's probably going to do the same lead. It was really strong for him. Question is, what do I want to do as a change up? It's probably Focus Sash. I feel like the net plus arrow lead. I need Lucario in the back for sure. Question is, what's my last? Is it Zard without Mega? Venusaur? I think Zard without Mega is risky because it's Heat Wave, Dragon Pulse. It's probably a little bit better. I think I'm not Megaing Charizard here. Raichu Talonflame. It's likely going to fake out the arrow, right? Sharp Beak. Okay. So I Poltergeist the Talonflame. And I protect here. Fake out, right? Oh, dual wing beat. Okay. I was not expecting that. Well, now he's losing Prio. Question is, who do I encore? I think I encore the Raichu into fake out, and then Rock Slide. Do I Tailwind even? I'm not threatened by another dual wing beat, so I think I Tailwind here because I'm under the threat of not a ton of damage this turn. He sees that I'm not bringing a Mega Charizard this time. Doesn't switch out, which is also big. Talon protects, so this is actually the perfect turn for me. Talon has Protect. I encore the Raichu into Fake Out. Fails. Tailwind. Goes up. And now I can encore the Talonflame plus Rock Slide. This is free. Withdraws Talonflame, smart. For Alligator. Raichu switches as well. Double switch, King Gambit. Encore fails. Smart, double switch. Rock Slide misses the King Gambit. That's the less important person. Crit. Right, and then we're going to Will-O-Wisp here, and then we're gonna switch you to Lucario. I don't think a real reason for me to stick around. So I just want to Rock Slide. Yeah, let's Rock Slide. I think the damage will be nice. And I don't want to switch in my Lucario just to get one shot by a Liquidation. Even though I guess I am going to, hopefully, fingers crossed. I was watching some Cybertron before this, so hopefully I don't jinx myself. I don't want to miss this Will-O-Wisp. And if I get a Rock Slide flinch into the King Gambit, then that's all the better. King Gambit protects, that's nice. Will-O-Wisp. Oh, misses! No! Rock Slide. It's both. Flinch? Double edges the bonnets. Okay, well that's an unfortunate miss. But he is now open to Lucario, right? He's just protected his King Gambit. I don't think he can really do anything here. Like, sure, he can switch into the Talonflame or to the Raichu, but he's losing that Pokemon anyways. I don't think Liquidation ticks up the knockout into Lucario. I still have my Sash on Aerodactyl. Aqua Jet. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Doubles the arrow. Okay. That's fine. He's losing his King Gambit for this. I guess not if I miss the Rock Slide. My Tailwind's gone. It should be faster. Let's see, Aqua Jets. I can Bullet Punch the King Gambit. But the issue is, will Aqua Jet one-hit knock out me without the sun being up? Hmm. I hope this isn't the mistake. I really hope he's targeting Charizard here. King Gambit protects, that's big. Aqua Jet, right? No, he Aqua Jets Lucario. It survives, that's big. Close combat goes through. Picks up the knockout, that's also big. Should be a free Bullet Punch on the right. The question is, can Charizard normal take this? I don't know. Got Sucker Punch available. I just protected Zard, which is unfortunate. And Bullet Punch right. And then I think Heat Wave, right? Power is a little bit better. Has a chance of missing. Oh, this fucking King Gambit, man. Okay, we get the King Gambit. We probably lose Zard, though. Oh, it doesn't knock out. Okay. In comes Talon. Talon hopefully does not survive the Heat Wave, I pray. I hit, that's great. It does not take it. This Raichu is the fastest thing on the field. If I protect my Lucario, he attacks Charizard. I feel like he should be attacking, like he's got to attack Lucario, right? And then I just don't risk the miss and I Dragon Pulse. I gotta make this call right. Lucario detects. Volt switch goes left. I made the call. That's big. Dragon Pulse comes out. Does not do enough. Bullet Punch plus. Heat Wave? I think I need to hit a Heat Wave here. Bullet Punch comes through. Puts it 47. Maybe Dragon Pulse would have been enough. I actually don't think it would have been. Volt Switch does pick up the knockout. Heat Wave hits. It should be enough because it has stab. Let's go! Oh my god. That Rock Slide miss was so impactful because it did... I was not expecting the Focus Sash there. And I was like, oh, it doesn't matter that I missed the King Gambit. Holy... Oh man, what a game 2. Alright. I'm not sure we'll be able to get Mega Banette to work again. See if he's willing to switch off of his lead he's let every time. So Lucario does something in that it does not flinch. Ugh. He's clicked Fake Out every time. I also haven't brought Venusaur. And Venusaur into Talon's not good. He's faked out the Aerodactyl, right? I could go Lucario Banette. Charizard Aerodactyl, and this time I could Mega the Charizard? Gives me potentially more things to do into the Raichu. And the Raichu is actually a problem here because it's so fast and it threatens my flyers. I think like last time I prioritized the Talonflame. I think this time I prioritize the killing the Raichu. Okay, same lead. Mario Banette. Raichu Y, Sharp Beak. I think I want to close combat plus Poltergeist the Raichu. What he chooses to do here. I'm a little bit afraid of like Flare Blitz plus Fake Out. But we'll see if he even chooses to Fake Out here. It could just be a Volt Switch. He does Fake Out the Lucario. Uses Tailwind on the Talonflame. Okay, this is actually what I would like to happen here. He's going to find out that I do have the ability to attack and I do not flinch. Oh, it's a one-hit knockout. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. I guess I should have done my calcs. Bye, Raichu. Poltergeist. About to be attacked by Sharp Beak. So that's great. He just Tailwinded. So I can Encore there. He is faster than me. So I think he probably attacks the Lucario here with at least something. And then I think he switches potentially the Talon. So let's try to Will-O-Wisp the Gator. And hopefully the Gator just doesn't double-edge one-hit KO my Banette. And maybe I should have then Mega'd it. But I'm hoping that he's afraid of that and switches the Talonflame out here. Trying to save my Mega for Charizard. Yeah, so Talonflame switches. Double Edge could take out the knockout here, in which case I probably should have close combated with Lucario. He can detect next turn. He might be faster than me. Or protect, not detect. Can I get the burn? Lucario detects. Which slot does he target with the Gator? Liquidation into the Lucario. That's big. Can I get the burn? Yes, we get the burn this time. All right. That's massive. Gonna have the damage output of that Gator. And provide me some lovely chip. All right, so then at this point, I think he could protect again on the King Gambit. I feel like that's what he's lent himself towards doing, so why don't we attack there and we Will-O-Wisp the Gambit too. I think he's going to target the Banette here, potentially. I mean, targeting either Lucario or Banette, I think he is going to protect the King Gambit or Sucker Punch with the King Gambit. And if he suckers the Lucario, I don't care. If he suckers the Banette, it won't work. He's in a tough spot. He's thinking. Sucker Punch into the Lucario. All right, that does a lot of damage. So I think, to me, that reads he's targeting the Lucario with Liquidation, which is fine by me. Lucario did its job wonderfully. It took out the Raichu, and it did not all that much, but it allowed for me to get double Will-O-Wisp out, which is really, really nice. All right, so King Gambit is now burnt to itself. Gator, King Gambit. We can lock the King Gambit into Sucker Punch. And I think I bring an Aerodactyl here. It's the last turn of their Tailwind. I think I protect plus protect here. See what he chooses to do. You can get rid of his Tailwind. My Aerodactyl will be the fastest thing on the field afterwards. Gives me a lot of options to be fast. I missed the first to hit the last two. I guess my one downside of doing this play is it could allow his King Gambit to Swords Dance. Maybe it's a little telegraphed that I'm double protecting here. Aqua Jet into the Aerodactyl. Sucker Punch also likely into the Aerodactyl. Nice. Okay, so let's now Tailwind plus Poltergeist. I could get hit by Sucker Punch, but as we know, I survived Sucker Punch. I have put in stat points for it, and he's burned, so I think I might survive 2. We'll see. We do know it's not Black Glasses. Poltergeist comes through. Feraligatr avoids the attack. Unfortunate for me. Liquidation brings me down to Sash. Sucker Kowtow Cleave does not pick up the knockout. Burn. Burn. All right, and now I think... So Aqua Jet, I think, is likely coming from the Gator. I think I just click Rock Slide no matter what, and we go for a again here. Aqua Jet comes through, picks up the Aerodactyl, that's fine. You shouldn't be able to pick up a knockout here. Thank God I didn't miss twice. I thought I was going to miss twice. Okay, that does some reasonable damage. Kowtow Cleave comes through. I don't think it'll pick up a knockout. Oh, those EVs, baby. And the burns. All right. So we've got speed advantage. He can Aqua Jet, but I can also Heat Wave. He could Aqua Jet my right side. I'm not too afraid of that. think Heat Wave plus... I can't Encore without Megaing. Do I want to Encore? No, I think I Poltergeist again. Does Burnt Sucker plus Burnt Aqua Jet knock out the Zard is the question. I don't see a way to win if it does, so I don't even think I need to calc it. Especially if it's in the sun. Aqua Jet takes out the Banette. So is he kowtowing? He's gonna go later, so... Does he have Rain Dance? All he can do is Aqua Jet. I need to hit the Talon, right? What do I know about the Talon? It's got Tailwind, dual... well, he shouldn't be faster with Rain Dance. Alright, I think this is the turn. He protects plus Rain Dances, and I miss the Heat Wave on the Talonflame, and so be it. Banette actually MVP, though. Banette carried this shit. Heat Wave comes through. It's not Aqua Jet. 2%. Does the double edge knockout after the burn? Rock Slide. 31. Let's go. The burn matters. Holy shit. Oh, the burns. They were so clutch. All right, we got our victory. Oh my god, the Rock Slide tech. I did not see that one coming. I thought it was double edge for sure. He must have been calcing whether double edge or Rock Slide was more. Gosh. Woo! Alright, well, hey, great game to Freed. He played that really well. I know he's been putting a lot of time into Champions, but he's got a little bit less experience than at least to my understanding, in these draft leagues. This is my third season, and it's his first, so played incredibly well. That was a really intense match. A lot of fun. Hopefully we see him take down some of the VG casters. I think that's kind of like what my goal is for all of these, is always try to take down 1 or 2 VG casters along the way. That'll be it for this time. I hope to be making videos every week for this series, so hope to see you next week, and best of luck to Fareed in the rest of the tournament. Ciao.